What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Adventure Outpost. In today's adventure, we are back with another collection video. We are diving into the D's today, and we've got a shitload of D's, so we're just going to hop right up into that sweet-ass D, and we're just going to start rolling right with some movies. And we're going to begin right with the reconnaissance itself. Dallas Buyers Club. This is a great fucking movie. Matthew McConaughey, Jared Leto, phenomenal in it. Really worth seeing. Dan in Real Life, it's alright. Dances with Wolves, one of the best Western movies ever made, won the Academy Award for Best Picture. I believe Kevin Costner also won for Best Director. Deservedly so. This movie is fucking incredible. It's shot amazing, acted amazing, and just everything about it's incredible. We got Dangerous Liaisons. This is a nice little erotic movie, 20th century, I think. Maybe even earlier than that. I don't fucking know. I don't think so. It might be 17th century. I don't know. I know I've seen it. Daredevil. Yeah. That's a movie. Dark Blue. This is a really good crime thriller about like a rugged... badass detective, Kurt Russell. Of course, it's Kurt Russell. So of course, he's a rugged, badass detective. This movie's fucking awesome. One of my few, like, really good David Ayer movies. He wrote this movie. It's fucking phenomenal. I think he wrote that before he got big for Training Day, too. So that was like the precursor for Training Day. Dark Passage, Humphrey Bogart, Lauren Bacall. This is one of, I think, like 4 films they did together. This is my least favorite one of them. Hey. Next pile, Dark Shadows. It's rough. It's rough. We've got the Darkman trilogy. Darkman, Darkman 2, and Darkman 3. Die, Darkman, die. I've only ever seen the first one. The first one's pretty good. It's a Sam Raimi classic right there with Liam Neeson. The other 2, I think, were just like direct-to-DVD ones that have nothing to do with either of them, so I never bothered. Das Boot. I really want to watch this movie. I've yet to see it. It's fucking 209 minutes, so the will to watch it is never really that high, but I'm going to get there. Date movie. It's fucking because of the 2 writers of these movies that ruin spoof movies. Bastards. And Date Night. I remember I've seen it. I remember enjoying it. Couldn't tell you anything else about it. But it, it's worst way to spend a date movie. Keep it going. We got Dave. This is a great comedy. Kevin Kline, the president, I think dies or has a heart attack or some shit, and they need like a duplicate, like someone to stand in that no one will know it's not him, and Kevin Kline looks exactly like him, so they have him come and stand in for him, and it turns out he's like a better president than the president. It's really funny. I like that movie a lot. The Da Vinci Code. This is a fun movie. I haven't watched this movie in a while, so it's definitely time for a rewatch. But Tom Hanks, man. What the fuck else you need to know? That's all you should need to know. Like, who's in it? Tom Hanks. I don't even need a plot. Let's watch it. Dawn of the Dead. Fucking love this movie. It's actually my favorite Zack Snyder movie because it's so unlike Zack Snyder. There's none of his like really slow, silly shit, like those slow cuts that he does, and like this. I don't know. I like this movie a lot. But then I realize probably it's mostly because it's written by James Gunn, but I still think Zack Snyder did a really good job with it. It's the whole beginning of that movie up until they get into it's such a good setup. It's phenomenal. Day After Tomorrow, baby, Roland Emmerich, man, this man knows how to fucking entertain the shit out of you. This is not a great movie, but I fucking love this movie. I can watch this movie anytime somebody wants to put it on. The Day the Earth Stood Still, never seen it. And Daylight. This is a great action 2000s thriller. I think it was 2000s. Might even be like late 90s. Somewhere on the cusp there. I don't know. But somebody blows up a tunnel and everyone's trapped in the tunnel while water is coming in and they got to find a way out. It's fucking great. Last of this pile. We got Days of Thunder. It's Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise, much like Tom Hanks, you don't even need to know the movie. Who's in it? Tom Cruise. Fuck yeah, let's watch it. That's a great one. Dazed and Confused. This is one of my favorite movies of all time. I fucking love this movie. This is one of the few movies that you can watch and it ends, and someone would be like, "Yo, let's put it on again." And I'll be like, "Fuck yeah, I'll watch it," and I'll enjoy it the same way. It's just one of those movies. It's phenomenal. Dead Again. This is a neat little noir movie. Kenneth Branagh, fucking the man. Dead Calm. This is also like another. This is a pretty solid thriller. I didn't expect much from this, but I'm glad I finally watched it because it was fucking pretty dope. Sam Neill, Billy Zane, Nicole Kidman. They put on a really good performance with as tight of a movie as it is. It's really good. Dead Man, Johnny Depp. Never seen it. And the last in this pile, we got Dead Man Walkin', directed by Tim Robbins. Susan Sarandon is a nun who goes and meets with Sean Penn, who's on death row, and they test each other's faith and everything. This movie is, I saw this in government class, and I fucking fell in love with it. This movie is amazing. You should watch that movie. Dead Poets Society. I watched this in my A to Z challenge, so we're going to wait for that video to talk about that movie. The Dead Pool. I think this is the final movie in the Dirty Harry movies. I think there was 5 of them. Yeah, this one's got Liam Neeson in it in a young role and Jim Carrey in a young role. This one's pretty terrible. Dead Silence. This is an underrated James Wan movie. I actually enjoy this one. I remember seeing it in theaters during a snowstorm with 2 of my friends, and it was fucking such a great day. Dear John, never seen it. Death Becomes Her. Robert Zemeckis, man, he made some really good movies in the day. The special effects work in this movie, using practical effects to heighten the VFX, is absolutely amazing in this movie. Ooh, James Wan again, Death Sentence. This movie is fucking phenomenal. I remember I saw this in a double feature after school. This movie and 3:10 to Yuma in back to back, and it was the fucking amazing day. Just 2 bangarang movies. Death to Smoochie, one of the funniest black comedy movies ever made. Robin Williams is a fucking trip in this movie. We've got the first Death Wish. We've got Death Wish 2. We've got Death Wish 3. We've got Death Wish 4, The Crackdown. And we've got Death Wish, The Face of Death. I don't know why I bought all of these. The first one is great. The freaking Charles Bronson is such a badass. I've never seen the rest of them. Don't know if I ever will watch them either. Maybe. I'll get there. Obviously. Gotta watch everything in the collection. Probably be like 90 by the time I do it, but we'll get there. Death Trap. This is a fun movie. Deck the Halls is a really shitty Christmas movie. The Deep. Never seen it. Deep Blue Sea. Oh my god, this movie is fucking hilarious. You think water's cold? You should see ice. This movie is. I like that movie a lot. It's really dumb, but I love dumb movies that are just entertaining. I just need to be entertained. I don't need Academy Award-winning material. I just need you to entertain me. And that movie did the job. Deep Cover. This is a solid little noir movie. I definitely want to upgrade this. I know it just came out as part of the Criterion Collection. I just haven't done it yet because the price was a little pricey for me. Whereas I got that one for like $2. We got Deep Impact, the better Armageddon that came out. This is the better movie, but I think I enjoy Armageddon more. But this movie is really freaking good. Star-studded cast in it too. Definitely, both of those movies definitely worth checking out for your asteroid fun. Then we got Deep Rising, the movie that put Stephen Sommers on the map, that gave way to The Mummy. This is a really fun creature feature too. Like, I enjoy this movie a lot. Oy. We got The Deer Hunter. This movie's fucking so good. I watched this when I was in high school and was just absolutely blown away. The ending of that movie is freaking just insane. Defiance with Daniel Craig. This is a solid little war movie. We got Definitely Maybe. This is a really good romantic comedy. Way better than it has any business being. My girlfriend fucking loves this movie too. For good reason. It's really good. Deja Vu. This is a solid little time travel movie. Deliverance. This movie's fucked up, but really good. Demolition Man. This movie is a fucking trip. This is a great action movie. Stallone and Wesley Snipes just fucking powerhouses in that movie. Derailed. I saw this in high school or college. I don't remember exactly when it came out. 2000 something, but wherever. I think I was in high school. It's alright. I haven't seen it since then, so as you can see, it's really stayed with me. The Descendants. This is a fine movie too. I'm not the biggest fan of what's his name, Alexander Payne, but these movies are okay. We've got The Descent. This is a really fucked up horror movie. I like it. It's really demented. Desperado. It's a great fucking action movie. Desperate Measures. This is a solid little action movie. Not the worst thing I've ever seen. Definitely worth the like dollar it cost. We've got the first Despicable Me, and we've got Despicable Me 2. We'll get to the other one later. I like the first one a lot. Wasn't the biggest fan of the second one. I definitely think that franchise is milked all of that it possibly can out of it. But, you know, we'll keep getting them because people keep going to see them. The Detonator. Never seen it. Detroit Rock City. Very much like Days of Confused. This movie is so great. I can watch this movie anytime it's on. About a bunch of kids going to see a Kiss concert. It's so good. Deuce Bigalow Male Gigolo. Deuce Bigalow European Gigolo. Both of these movies are dumb as shit, but they crack me up. I love dumb comedies. And then we got Devil in a Blue Dress, Denzel Washington. This is a solid little film noir. This was a really good underrated turn from Denzel, like right when he was really making a name for himself. Oy. It's good stuff. We got The Devil Wears Prada. It's a solid movie. The Devil's Advocate. This is fucking dumb as shit. I enjoy it. It's a little over the top. It's a little too long for my taste, but Al Pacino puts in a fucking hilarious performance in that movie. The Devil's Own. Some terrible Irish accents in it. I only ever saw it once, but I remember it being okay. I mean, Harrison Ford, Brad Pitt. Worst you can do there. Diamonds Are Forever. This is a solid James Bond movie. Not one of my favorites. It's definitely towards the bottom of the Sean Connery ones especially, but it has its moments. The Diary of Anne Frank. Haven't seen it. Dick Tracy. This movie is a fucking trip. It really is. Like, next to the Spider-Man movies, I feel like this is the closest they've come to like just pulling a comic book onto screen. Like, it really feels like you're watching a comic book. Dickie Roberts, former child star. It's dumb as shit. The Dictator. This movie is pretty silly. It's probably my least favorite of Sacha Baron Cohen's movies, but it still has a lot of really funny moments in it that crack me up. Did you hear about The Morgans? No. It looks terrible. I haven't seen it. We've got Die Another Day. Probably my least favorite of the Pierce Brosnan James Bond movies. That actually might be my least favorite overall of every James Bond movie. That one is pretty terrible. Die Hard 2, Die Harder, and Die Hard with a Vengeance. The other ones will show up later. I don't hate 2. I think 2's decent. It's pretty good as far as action movies go. Die Hard with a Vengeance, though, is freaking phenomenal. It is so good. And if only they had left it on that high note. The Dilemma, it's alright. Diner is a solid movie. Not the worst, not the best. And Dinner Rush, never seen it. We got Dinosaur. It's an alright movie. Gave us a great ride, though. Countdown to Extinction. So, it's worth it for that. The Dirty Dozen. It's a fucking phenomenal war film. This movie is so freaking good. You should definitely check it out if you haven't seen it. Lee. Dirty Harry. Classic fucking movie. Freaking love this one, too. It's Clint Eastwood is the coolest of cool. You gotta ask yourself one question, punk. Do I feel lucky? Well, do ya? Punk. So great. Dirty Rotten Scoundrels. This is a pretty funny comedy. Steve Martin, Michael Caine, fucking really hamming it up. Dirty Work, R.I.P.D. Norm. I've never seen it. Disclosure. This is a very good erotic thriller. One of the few Michael Crichton books that really feels worthy of its film adaptation. Michael Douglas especially is phenomenal in it. The Distinguished Gentleman, one of the few Eddie Murphy movies I haven't seen. And District 9, this movie, fucking phenomenal. Started Shia LaBeouf's meteoric rise to the top. Disturbia, this is a really good like Rear Window type movie. I enjoy that movie a lot. The Divergent series, the first Divergent is pretty solid. I like it a lot. Insurgent and Allegiant are fucking terrible. Do the Right Thing, really solid Spike Lee joint. We got DOA, Never seen it. We got Doc Hollywood. Never seen it. I got Dr. Dolittle 2. Not the first Dr. Dolittle. Only Dr. Dolittle 2. It's okay. Da-da-da. We've got Dr. No. The movie that started it all for James Bond. This is solid. Definitely still not my favorite of the Sean Connery Bond ones, but it definitely is up there. We got Dr. Strangelove. Never seen it. I know, that's a big one that I should have seen by now, but I haven't. We got Dr. T and the Women. I remember seeing this as a kid. My mom was watching it. I remember sitting there watching it, and I was just like, I don't know if this is the movie for me at this age. And I've never returned back to it. So maybe I should at some point. We got Dr. Zhivago. Haven't watched it. Definitely want to, except it's 200 minutes. I hear this movie is phenomenal. Definitely a really good old movie that I have to check out. Dodgeball, classic movie. Nobody makes me bleed my own blood. Fucking love this movie. And Dog Day Afternoon. Really great Al Pacino movie. Back when Al Pacino was the fucking man. Before he became kind of a parody of himself. That's right. I said that. Dogma. This is a really silly movie. I enjoy it at times. I definitely have to rewatch it again. I haven't seen it in a while. But I remember really liking this movie as a kid. Me and my brother used to have that on all the time. Don John is a saucy little movie. This is pretty good, especially for a directorial debut from Joseph Gordon-Levitt. I'm surprised that he never directed another movie since then, I don't think. Don Juan DeMarco. This is okay. And then we got Donnie Brasco. Oh, 2 Johnny Depp movies back to back. This is really good. This is a really good movie. You should definitely check it out if you're a Johnny Depp fan, which you should be. We got Donnie Darko. I'm not the biggest fan of this movie. I like it. I'm not as enamored with it as like other people are, but it's definitely worth watching. Don't Be a Menace. This is a really silly fucking movie. It kind of like parodies Boys in the Hood. It cracks me up. I like it a lot. We got Don't Be Afraid of the Dark. Haven't seen it. Don't Say a Word. This is a solid little thriller. Michael Douglas. You can't go wrong with a Michael Douglas thriller. Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead. It's a classic. Very funny movie. We got Doom. I remember seeing this in theaters and being fucking through the roof with it. It's definitely not great, but it's super entertaining. The Doors is a classic fucking movie. Probably like one of Val Kilmer's best performances. Like he embodies Jim Morrison like fucking picture perfect. He looks a lot like him too in that too. It's incredible. Double Indemnity is one of my favorite movies ever. This is one of my favorite film noir movies ever. It's so freaking good. Do me a favor if you haven't seen a lot of old movies, and this is one of the few you should check out. If you're, I can't expect you to dive fully head on into old movies, but if you're only going to watch a handful of them, that should be one of them. Double Take, it's terrible. Double Take, it's terrible. That's a stupid joke. That was a stupid joke, TJ. Doubt. Never seen it. Down in the Valley. Never seen it. Down Periscope. This is a silly fucking movie. Kelsey Grammer. This movie cracks me up. Down to Earth. This is an alright comedy. Has its moments. Down with Love. It's an alright romantic comedy. It has its moments. Drag Me to Hell. Never seen it. Dragonfly, Kevin Costner. I remember I was not the biggest fan of this movie. This was one of those ones where Kevin Costner was kind of like on the downswing. And I was like, Kevin, what are you doing? You got to come back to us. Dragonheart. I loved this movie as a kid. I haven't seen it really since then, but I should definitely give it a try again because that movie was... I loved it when I was a kid. Dragon Slayer. Never seen it. Dreamcatcher. Oh, man. I was a big fan of Stephen King's book. Not a big fan of the movie. Dreamgirls, really fucking good. Really, really good. Drillbit Taylor, it's a dumb little comedy. Has its moments. Drive, this movie is fucking incredible. I love this movie. Driven, haven't seen it. We got Driving Miss Daisy. It's all right. Like, it's well made. Like, the performances are good in it. Like, I get why it won awards. It's a safe bet, but like, I was not the biggest fan of it. Movie I am a big fan of, though, Drop Zone. This is a great fucking action movie. This movie is so much fun. I fucking love it. Wesley Snipes, man, you were the bomb in the 90s. And The Duchess. Never seen it. Dude, Where's My Car? It's a really dumb comedy, but it has some bits in it that I like, and it makes me laugh. Dudley Do Right. Loved this movie as a kid. It still hits me. Brendan Fraser, fucking gem of a man. Dukes of Hazzard. It's got its moments. Dumb and Dumber, one of the funniest comedies. I fucking love this movie. The two of these guys just play such perfect morons. It's so good. Dungeons and Dragons. This is god awful. Duplex, pretty terrible. And then finally, in DVDs for D's, Duplicity. It's alright. But now on to the Blu-rays, 4Ks, Steelbooks, and box sets. There actually are no box sets, so we go right to Blu-rays. We start with Daddy's Home and Daddy's Home 2. Daddy's Home is alright. Daddy's Home 2 I actually really freaking enjoy. The addition of John Lithgow, Mel Gibson, and John Cena in like a bigger role. The second one really cracks me up. We got The Danish Girl, never seen it. We got Danny Collins, never seen it. Got Dante's Peak, fucking great. This movie is a great destruction movie. I freaking love it. Got Dark City. This movie's really fucking weird. Got Darkest Hour. I haven't seen it. I need to watch this. I need to see why Gary Oldman won. I mean, even though I know why he's the fucking man, I still need to see the performance that did it. Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. This is my favorite Planet of the Apes movie. This movie is fucking incredible. Andy Serkis' Caesar in this movie is fucking unreal good. And the first Deadpool. It's a solid movie. I like it. I think Ryan Reynolds is fucking perfect as Deadpool. I just haven't been the biggest fan story-wise of the Deadpool movies. But I do think that it's his best role for him. It just suits him so well. We got Deepwater Horizon. This is actually a really solid movie. Stacked cast, really good story to it about what happened on that oil rig. Directed by Peter Berg. That man, he does good work. He's very underrated. I feel like not a lot of people always talk about him as a director, but he's a really good director. The Departed, one of the best fucking movies ever made. This might be my favorite Martin Scorsese movie. It's definitely an argument to be made. This movie is fucking so good. I'm not a cop. So fucking good. And then Despicable Me 3. I like this one more than the second one, but that's mostly thanks to the fact that they got Trey Parker from South Park to be in it. That was whoever was the guy who pushed for that. Inspired. We've got Detective Pikachu. This is a really good fucking movie. Please give me more live-action Pokemon stuff. I want it. Detroit. This movie is fucking powerful. This is a tough movie to watch at times, but it is so fucking good. It is amazing. Dinner for Schmucks. It's pretty terrible. Dirty Grandpa. Pretty terrible. We got The Disaster Artist. This movie's actually really funny. Great cast. Everybody really nailing it on all cylinders. I've actually never seen The Room. I don't really have any interest in it. Even though everyone says it's like the best bad movie you've ever seen, I really don't care. I feel like watching this, I've seen the best of that movie, and I don't ever need to actually see it. Dr. Sleep. I fucking love this movie. This comes with a director's cut, which is about 3 hours long. It's so fucking good. I actually like this better than The Shining. I know. Doctor Strange, solid. Don't Breathe. This movie's really fucked up. I love this movie. I wasn't the biggest fan of the second one, but this one is phenomenal. Dope. This movie is dope. It's really good. You should watch it. It's a great movie. Dora and the Lost City of Gold. This movie is better than it has any right being. There is a really good scene halfway through the movie that is so fucking fun. It's so good. That movie is really good. The Double, never seen it. Dracula, this is a double pack, Dracula and Frankenstein. I've seen both. They're both fucking wild. I really like Dracula a lot. I think the aesthetic and the way that Francis Ford Coppola shot that movie is fucking really, really good. And then we got Dracula Untold. This is terrible. Got my man Kevin coming back. Draft Day. This movie is actually really enjoyable. I did not expect to enjoy this movie as much as I did. We got The Dream Team. This is a fine little 80s comedy. The Drop is a really good movie. One of Gandolfini's last roles. God, man, he was the man. Very missed. This movie is actually a really good crime thriller. Duck, You Sucker. Haven't seen it yet. One of the few westerns I own that I have not yet seen. I need to do that. Due Date. I am not a big fan of this movie. And The Duel. That's a pretty shitty western movie. It has its moments. I mean, Woody Harrelson's like really good in it, but it's just like, I don't know. It leaves much to be desired. One of the worst comedies ever made, completely just butchering what made the first one so good. Dumb and Dumber 2. This movie is such a misfire on all steps. I don't know how the two of them signed off on it. Dumbo, it's all right. And then last in our Blu-ray pile is Dunkirk. Not the biggest fan of this movie. It's probably my least favorite Christopher Nolan movie by far. Oy. And then last, I have one 4K slipcover, and it is the classic Die Hard. This is fucking so good. These are what I love my action heroes. I love them. They're not big dudes. They're like they're just ordinary, regular dudes that just get the shit kicked out of them the entire movie, and that's what makes them so fucking great. John McClane, Indiana Jones, freaking Brendan Fraser's character in The Mummy, Rick O'Connell. Just people that just get the ever-loving crap beat out of them and still keep going. That's what makes them so good. It's great. And then our few steelbooks. We've got The Dark Knight in steelbook. I do have The Dark Knight in 4K collection, but I did that in Bs, so we're not going to throw those ones back out. But I do have this one. The Dark Knight Rises is the only Batman movie I don't also have in a steelbook. It's a shame. Got Deadpool 2. Like I said with Deadpool, I think Ryan Reynolds is phenomenal in it. I think they had a lot of really good bits in this movie. But like just story-wise, I don't really think the stories have ever been like that amazing with Deadpool. I do enjoy him as Deadpool, though. He makes those movies worth watching. Dirty Dancing. Nobody puts Baby in the Corner. I've never actually seen it. This is probably one of the biggest movies I own in my collection that I haven't seen. Oh, almost dropped that one. Django Unchained. This movie is a fucking trip. This movie is so good. Leonardo DiCaprio is absolutely vile in this role. Everybody just played it up to perfection. It's a great fucking western. And then finally, Dread. Dead or Alive, You're Coming With Me. This is a really good fucking movie. Really, really good fucking movie. I would love a sequel. We'll probably never get one, but that's also fine with me. We'll always have this bad boy to pop in and enjoy because it's that fucking good. And that's my list. I feel like we got through the D's really quickly. I don't know if it was just I didn't have as many D's as I thought I did, but we flew through that, it felt like. We'll see when I edit it if it actually does feel like that or if it's still just as fucking long as the other ones. But I'm trying to keep them short. It's tough. I just love talking about these movies. I'll probably get to E at some point. As you see, we're chugging along. We got E. We're still in this first fucking rack. I got that rack. There's a rack right there. There's a rack right here and a rack over there. We've got so much fucking more to go. But if you're sticking around, I appreciate you sticking around. I hope you enjoy. I hope you're finding some new movies that you want to check out. Maybe you're revisiting some classics you haven't seen in a while. Whatever it is, I'm just glad you're here. I appreciate you being here. But that'll do it for us all here at The Outpost. So until next time, I have been TJ, you have been you, and adventure on.